It's Revelations chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rachel, Kodash, double honor star apostles at Great Millstone who rule by the titles of truth. Peace and love and blessings and salutations to Akim, that's part of the bahasham, the house of David. To you, says this is that also why shalom to you. So I'm not gonna make this long, but basically, seen this video yesterday. I was like, you know what, through the spirit, just showing prophecy that this
surgeon, human neuro
that Elon Musk has created, which we believe through the spirit, through prophecy, that this is the MOTB in the head, in the forehead, okay? And I mean, it would only make sense, if you could receive it. And it's one of the things through the spirit, that a lot of these camps, they struggle with. It's this prophecy mainly, but I'm going to play this because in all actuality, you're going to hear this dude say that, getting this Neuralink basically in your mind was just a left-hand miracle, left-hand power through the wicked. Okay, talks of controlling technology, controlling things with your mind. I mean, it's just left-hand spiritual power. That's all it is. But check this video out. He basically said he wants to turn you into a cyborg. We're going to go all into this definition through the spirit and Lord willing to be edifying to the hopeful elect.
different steps, but first we have a surgeon, human neurosurgeon, which hopefully the robot will do this portion of it as well. But at the moment, we have a human neurosurgeon that...
See, it's all about this robot world in which they are going to accomplish that. They're going to accomplish this in a way to where you can go probably to like your nearest 7-Eleven and a booth is set up. You got a robot in there and they'll do this.
But first, we have a surgeon, human neurosurgeon, which hopefully the robot will do this portion of it as well. But at the moment, we have a human neurosurgeon that exposes the brain. So they drill a 25-millimeter hole in the skull and then expose the brain. And then the robot has this tiny needle. It's about the size of red blood cells, so really, really tiny, thinner than a human hair, inside this cannula. And this cannula is actuated by...
These are the plans of the wicked, okay? These are what they... some of them are going to accomplish. I mean, a lot of people, I believe, is going to take this. People are idiots anyway, so...
Cannula. And this cannula is actuated by precision motors on the robot to engage with this thread loop to grasp it. And then you insert it into the brain 128 times. There's a total of 8 electrodes per thread, so total of 1,000 channels. And this is done while avoiding vasculature. And then once all the threads are inserted, implant basically replaces this hole, and then you put the skin flap over, everything is invisible, and you become a cyborg.
See that? Then you become a cyborg. Yo, this is low-key, I ain't gonna lie, this is creepy. Some creepy-ass stuff, man. So I looked up the definition of a cyborg, right? So, a cyborg, short for cybernetic organism, is a being that integrates both biological and artificial components. Half human, half a robot, basically what you would say is transhumanism. Let's see something. Chat. Let's chat. What is a cyborg? Look, a cyborg, short cybernetic organism, is being that's part biological and part machine. Characters like RoboCop, the Terminator. I see examples in real life: a person with a pacemaker, regulating the heartbeat, someone with cochlear implants, advanced prosthetic limbs controlled by the nervous system. All right, let me ask you this. Would you consider Elon Musk Neuralink something that will make a human a cyborg? Short answer, yes. By most reasonable definitions, Neuralink would make someone a cyborg, though a very subtle kind. What makes a cyborg? Someone a cyborg, biological organism with integrated technology that directly interfaces with the body system, especially for control or enhancement, is implemented in the brain, not just worn. Reads from and writes to neurons, can restore or enhance functions, movements, communication, potentially cognition. So basically, what they're going to say when this MOTB is rolled out, this Neuralink, is that this is a enhancement. Let me see something. Book of Revelation 13. Mark of the beast in the forehead. Let's see what it is. Let's just see what it says. It might give the runaround. Mark of the beast placed on the right hand and forehead without which people can't buy or sell. Let's walk it thoroughly without the hype. Of course. But anyway, I ain't even gonna go all in and look. I ain't got time to sit here and corner chat. But anyway, a human becomes a cyborg by integrating artificial technology components with the biological body, creating a cybernetic organism that either restores lost functions or enhances natural abilities, ranging from simple pacemakers and prosthetic to advanced brain-computer interfaces or embedded sensors. And this is just left-hand miracles. This is Revelations 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. And we know that that beast that was wounded was the Roman Empire. Okay, and the revival of the Roman Empire is Babylon the Great, or America. Okay, there's too many parallels citing that this is this place, but I'm gonna play this one more time.
Steps, but first we
Say this shit is creepy, and that's why Yahawashi is going to disappoint the devices of the crafty. This has to be something that has to be stopped. I mean, if you're looking at this shit is really real deal, some creepy ass shit, man.
But first, we have a surgeon, human neurosurgeon, which hopefully the robot will do this portion of it as well. But at the moment, we have a human neurosurgeon that exposes the brain. So they drill a 25 millimeter hole in the skull and then expose the brain.
You don't let this man drill a hole in your skull, right? People don't know if you could receive your spirit. That's where your spirit, you know, the we call it the pineal gland. This man wants to insert himself in your spirit.
Expose the brain. And then the robot has this tiny needle. It's about the size of red blood cells, so really, really tiny, thinner than a human hair, inside this cannula. And this cannula is actuated by precision motors on the robot to engage with this thread loop to grasp it. And then you insert it into the brain 128 times. There's a total of 8 electrodes per thread, so total of 1,000 channels. And this is done while avoiding vasculature. Total of 1,000 channels. And this is done while avoiding vasculature. And then once all the threads are inserted, implant basically replaces this hole, and then you put the skin flap over, everything is invisible, and you become a cyborg. Couple different steps.
See what the comments say. People think this is a joke. I'm gonna wait for Neuralink 15 Pro to come out. Imagine, right? What the fuck? See, you got something that's gonna rebel. You got something that's gonna take it. Look, I'm so excited to see how all of you enjoy that, have fun. It's a thought in people's head right now. I'm not gonna watch when shit get real. Look at now, we getting, some people know it's the MOTB. Now we're getting way too dependent on technology. I mean, technology is becoming a idol. But let me get this last scripture. I mean, we're going to see how this plays out. They're going to introduce it somehow. A lot of people are going to take this. That's what John the Revelator seen. So, I mean, hey, we just going to see how this rolls and plays out through the Spirit. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And that's all this is the enterprise of the crafty, the wicked. A lot of people are going to take this by means of this making them walk again or being able to speak. It's not just letting you control technology with your mind. I mean, that could be a perk of it, but for the most part, people, with disabilities, because really in all actuality, disability, like not being able to walk, it has a lot to do with just nerves being disconnected. Nerves run all through your body. So they'll roll this out.